Alrighty, hello everyone, this is Halloween Haunter here, and welcome back to another Halloween video. And in this video, we're actually doing something a bit different. Now, I've been seeing a lot on YouTube recently, a lot of like top 10, top 5 videos of props that people want to see brought back to Spirit Halloween. If you guys don't know, I'm sure most of you do, Spirit Halloween has this thing, what we call flashbacks, or what they call bringbacks, where they actually bring back a lot of like old items from several years ago, and then bring it back to the modern day of Spirit Halloween and resell it. A lot of the times they will keep it the same, or sometimes they'll actually go ahead and change the item up pretty drastically. For this video, actually, I'm going to be mentioning 5 props I want to see brought back from Spirit Halloween's like history into the new 2024 year, or just in general, see come back anytime in the future. For this video strictly, I won't mention anyone that I want to see brought back again, so no like re-flashbacks like Limb Ripper, Cerberus, or any of the flashbacks from 2020 and up. I'm talking about strictly just the props that haven't returned to Spirit Halloween just yet at a flashback form. Number 5 on this list is Witch of Stolen Souls. Now, I actually already have this animatronic, and I already have this one. I think actually bringing her back would not be a bad idea. I still think till this day she is the best retail witch animatronic. I know there's Lethal Lily from last year, but she was cool, but really just for her animation, while Witch of Stolen Souls was amazing for her look, her audio, and her cool lantern. I think if they bring her back, they should actually make the lantern audio a part of the actual prop audio, because they had like a weird thing going on where they actually had the lantern separate and to put batteries in it, and then the witch herself had her own audio, which I think is kind of a cool idea, but it didn't really work out that well. So I'd rather just have them like connected throughout the audio and the props. So that would be my one change. I think bringing her back would be an amazing idea just because she is really creepy, and we haven't really seen a ton of witches. We just got Cauldroness at Spirit, but we really haven't seen a lot at Spirit recently. And if you're wondering, Witch of Stolen Souls was first released in 2014, so exactly 10 years ago. So I hope she would come back eventually. She is really awesome. Next on our list, kind of sticking with more clowns, this top 5 list, just because I think like Spirit Halloween likes to do like a certain like category every year. Like a lot of the flashbacks last year relied heavily on like graveyard-esque props. This list will kind of have like a lot more clowns than just normal props, kind of half clowns, half other things. Next is Silent and Deadly Clown, a prop from Spirit Halloween 2013. Though we have seen a lot of clowns from this year return, like Wacky Mole and Buddy Becca Jokes and Thrushin' Clown through Haunted Hill Farm, I really want to see Silent and Deadly Clown back, just because I think out of all the clowns in that theme, he was definitely my second favorite behind Thrashing Clown. I think he's amazing. He's very creepy, and he doesn't really overdo the monster clown look. Kind of just does it pretty right. The clown with the weapon stressing you, and he looks really creepy, and it's just a very eerie prop. So definitely for me, I would like to see this one come back, especially for me who has every single clown train prop but him. So definitely Silent and Deadly is one I want to see come back. Now, next on my list of ones I want to see brought back is actually already prop that's been unfortunately confirmed to come back. It is not unfortunate because it's coming back. It's unfortunate because this video is now like kind of outdated because of that. But if he was not confirmed returning this year, I would definitely say Clowning Around. If you guys don't know, which I'm sure most of you know by now, Clowning Around has been like that one sore in my thigh that just bugs me so much, because I want this guy so bad. And for being a more modern prop, he should be easy to come by. But nope, unfortunately, he was sold pretty limited and never had a second chance at release. And every single year, I've been begging Spirit Halloween to bring this guy back, along with Toothy, and Toothy already kind of got revived, but Clowning Around never did. And luckily this year, they finally see the opportunity to finally bring him back, especially when a lot of people buy this guy on eBay for a lot of money. So I'm glad he's back, an amazing flashback. But unfortunately for this video, it just doesn't really make sense for me to want him back when he is coming back. So I kind of have a replacement one in here. Another one I wanted to come back that's kind of replacing this one spot is Hugs the Clown. Now, Hugs for me is pretty special just because I have that Hugs doll that I've done way too much with. But for a flashback sake, I think Hugs would be a great flashback just because he was super popular for his time and very iconic. He's one of the first clowns that SVI kind of started up with their new clown line, and I think he was great for his time. And I still think till this day his character is still really cool, and I think he's a good flashback. Hugs the Clown, a very iconic prop that I would love to see brought back to Spirit Halloween. Maybe even updated, like maybe like a more like scary approach to the prop. But overall, just a Hugs flashback in general should happen. He's such an amazing prop. Definitely would want to see him back. Now, these next two on my list are ones that I really want back. Before Clowning Around was confirmed to come back, these were my top 3 props I wanted back more than ever. I kept asking for these ones like basically every year in the back of my mind, so I'm going to mention these next two and hope they return someday. Number 2 on my list is Barnyard Butcher. Now this prop is such a popular request. I mean, if you see any video asking for Spirit to bring back a prop, this guy's almost definitely in all of them, just because Barnyard Butcher feels like a prop that's like beyond its time. It's definitely a very good prop that still holds up very well till this day. 2014 is my all-time favorite for Halloween year, so Barnyard Butcher was one of the more standout ones compared to other ones, and I think his character was so great. It's a scary like farmer scarecrow guy holding a head, and I feel like this was one of like Spirit's last gory props, and I think in general the character is really great. A lot of scarecrows nowadays are really scary because of their jump scare, but Barnyard Butcher just has the looks down, the audio is really good too, and just feel like in general a very scary character to have as like a scene filler or just in general its own scene. Really awesome, so I would really want this guy back. I am more biased towards this one and number 1 just because I don't have this guy, but yeah, definitely Barnyard Butcher to be a future flashback, and I feel like inevitably it's going to be one we see someday. Next is one that's not really highly requested, however I feel like most people will be on board with this one coming back. Next we have is Broken Girl from also 2014. Ironically, I know a lot of 2014 props in here. 10 years ago now, and it is my favorite Spirit Halloween year, so that's probably why you see a lot of 2014 stuff on this list. But regardless, Broken Girl is amazing. I love this prop so much. I think it's one of my all-time favorite Spirit Halloween props, and in general, I think the best possessed girl prop. I don't think any other like possessed girl prop or like zombie girl prop has the same level of hype or coolness as Broken Girl. This prop was pretty faulty back in the day for 2014. I mean, a lot of things from that year were pretty faulty, but Broken Girl like often fell over too much or the neck would break, and I think that is part of the reason why she hasn't returned currently. However, I think they can make it work still and bring this one back. I think she's amazing. Scare, a cool kind of jump scare, and a cool, really eerie prop. I think it pulls off every like scary factor that a possessed girl should feel. It's really awesome, so I would hope she would come back someday. I definitely want to get one myself. She's just such an unique idea for a prop. So with that being said, that would pretty much wrap up this entire video for all 5 flashbacks I want to see at Spirit Halloween this year or in the upcoming years. I actually had a lot more I wanted to say for this video, a lot more flashbacks, but I want to say them for future years. For example, I really want to see Pumpkin Nester back, but I feel like having Barnyard Butcher and Pumpkin Nester in the same year being both fan favorites, it kind of feel too overkill, so I'm actually going to save it for next year. If he doesn't return this year, I'll definitely include him in next year's video. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.